We're here at Heineken Open Air Festival, and we've got Placebo with us, almost the whole band, but it's nice to have you guys here, Steve and Steph. The fourth time Placebo visits Poland. It's the first time for Steve, I think.
Yes, it is.
But it seems that it gets normal for you to come here.
Well, if you stick around for as long as we have, then it kind of becomes, you know... Yeah, it will obviously be more times every time we come around, you know. I mean, it's the sixth album, and ever since the first time we've come to Poland, it's been... We've felt very welcome here. You know, we had some crazy shows, both our own and festival shows. So it's just the way... You know, the way the cookie crumbles kind of thing, and it's great to be back. You know, it's a good lineup and at the festival. So
yeah, it's the second time at this festival. And if you said about the lineup, are there any other bands that you're dying to see if you have time, of course?
Well, it's the first one we're playing with Kings of Leon this summer, so I'm gonna check them out. And I know Steve's a big fan, so we're gonna head down there after this festival. I think after this interview. It's been a long day.
Steve, you joined the band not long ago. Tell us all about it, how it looked like.
Long story short, it was the biggest change in my life. I moved to London from California, joined the band, wrote the album with them, recorded it, and started touring, and here I am today. It's been really great. The sights, the smells, the sounds are taking me to countries I've never been to before, and I'm meeting all these wonderful people and playing to larger crowd than I ever really imagined I would be playing, and it has been doing it long enough to this point where it's I'm getting quite good at it. So yeah, it's been wonderful, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what things changed at recording of this album? Not including the length of Brian's hair, because they grew really long. What did the process of recording this album look like?
Well, it was obviously. I mean, there's been a few changes in the band since Meds. You know, obviously the lineup change, and this album's also self-funded. And I think we were in a sort of different headspace, both personally and within the band. So it was a quite pleasant experience this time, and very free. There was no pressure from record company, because we didn't have one, for example, and just the people we chose to work with, and just where we were at in our lives, just made it very creative and very free and very sort of colorful and quite a invigorating and inspiring period.
Mm-hmm. Battle for the Sun, that's the name of the new album. Anything behind the name?
Well, it's hard to choose an album title, because you have to find something that sort of encapsulates the...
There are people that call their albums 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah, or greatest hits, call the first album greatest hits. Yeah, it just seemed to be, a title that sort of, it's got battle in the title, it's got suns, there's a bit of sort of darkness, but a bit of light. And yeah, and I guess, Placebo, we don't really write sort of pop lyrics, lyrics without meaning. There's always sort of been an element of the darker side of human emotions and conflicts and troubles and, battling with your own demons. And I think that's still there, but I think this time around it's got a bit more sort of optimism to it, a bit more hope, a bit more light,
Mm. Steve, your favorite song of Placebo? I gotta ask him, because,
I get asked that question quite a lot, and it's really hard to choose because there's so much work out there. But it's not my favorite one because I have many. But I suppose Black Eyed, because that was my first song that I heard from them that I was just like really mad, really in love. I love that drum beat to it, and so I rushed home and put it on and learned how to play it. So that it had to be Black Eyed, I guess.
It's the summer, you're touring in lots of festivals. Where do you go after this one?
We go to Prague.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful Prague, yeah.
Yeah, so Europe is the place, right?
Yeah, this month, but it's going to be Asia next month.
So it's the world tour of Placebo.
It started, yes, here we go. There's no turning back now.
Yeah, it's the great Battle for the Sun. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And looking forward to the show.
Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Steve.
And we are parts of Placebo, and you are watching Wirtualna Polska. Hi, no.
Hey Steph, hey Steve.
Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm Steph.
I'm Steve.
We are
Almost placebo.
We are the weathermen. Today's weather looks.
Cloudy.